Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cute Little Voice, and today I just want to do a little talking and a little chit chat about how I feel about current issues that's going on in today's world, different states and countries around the world. Basically, a lot of things have been going on in the world, a lot of riots, a lot of racism, a lot of killing, stuff like that. I've been hearing a lot of things that's going on in Baltimore and the riots and everything. I think a black man got killed or a black little boy or something like that. I don't really watch the news like that because it's so depressing, and I'm so sick of people getting killed and hurt over the colorness of their skin or because something they did wrong and they had to lose their life over it. But it's really a shame because I know that these things that are happening, it stems from the parents. And if you have a parent that hasn't taught their child and raised their child the right way, if you have a child that's downright disobedient to the law or disobedient to everything around them or just defiant to everything around them. I don't know what the situation may have been. Like I said, I don't watch the news that often. But I know everything usually stems from the parents. If they don't have a good upbringing and they don't, if they weren't taught the right way, it's usually not their fault. But then again, it could be their fault because a person has to know right from wrong. You know what you did wrong. You know the consequences of what you do wrong. That doesn't necessarily mean that someone had to die. But like I said, I don't know the severity of the situation that went on in Baltimore. But I know that a lot of crime starts from the household. If you don't teach your kids to be productive citizens in the community, in their states, in the country, then you cannot expect your child to not reap the consequences of their actions. Now, like I said before, I don't think anyone should just be killed cold-blooded like that. It's not right. But I do believe that parents need to take responsibilities for their children's actions, and teach their children the right way to go about society and go about being in public and go about different things. So if you have education, if you're doing the right things in life, if you're doing the right things, you won't have time to get yourself into any conflict. You will be off doing something productive with yourself. You won't have to worry about getting into any trouble. And I do believe it's a lot of police brutality out here, and I do believe that racism is real, but racism is not always the issue. Like I said, it stems from the parents, and I do believe in police brutality, and I do believe in racism. But I figure, like, if the police is doing their job the right way, this wouldn't happen. And I feel like if teens and young adults wouldn't put themselves in this position to get into any trouble, it wouldn't be anything that's need to be dealt with. It would be over. Like I said, I don't know the situation, but I know when Mike Brown, some things happened where he took some things out of a store and the police said that he choked him or whatever happened, that he got beat up or whatever, and he was doing self-defense against the little boy because he felt like he was being attacked. So that's understandable, but I understand how people feel coming from their standpoint, because you have this teenager, he did wrong, but they feel like he didn't deserve to die, but the police feel like they had to protect themselves. So it's a two-way street here. So I feel like if the parents teach their children to do the right thing in the first place, no shade to his parents, or I'm not trying to say that at all, but if Mike Brown wasn't in a situation where he could have potentially had a gun drawn to him, this situation would have never happened. And if the police took more precaution and didn't draw his gun so quick, or whatever the case may be, this wouldn't have happened. So I'm not on either side. I'm on the side that could prevent the whole thing, because I don't feel like nobody should have lost their life, and I don't feel like anybody should be attacked, period, whether it's the police or the little boy, because, you know, equality and justice, it should be for everyone, and not just the person who points the blame at the other person. Both of the situation was wrong altogether. So this could have been prevented, in my opinion. And I hope I don't offend anyone. I'm not on here trying to offend anyone. I'm just speaking my mind. And so current issues around the world, we have things that's going on Iraq and Pakistan, and we have things that's going on here in Detroit, and things that's going on all across different states. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, I wish that racism could stop on each part, with the black community, with the white and black community, with white on white crime, black on black crime. It's crazy. Like, why can't we just love each other and get along? I don't understand what the skin has to do with the inside of who you are. It doesn't matter. You have white women dating black men. You have black men dating white women. You have Chinese and black women. You have all different type of nationalities dating each other, and they're having babies together. And what do you think their baby's going to have to deal with when they go to school from parents that teach their children racism? Is not right, because they will have to be tormented and bullied and belittled because the color of their skin or the ethnicity of their race. Is not fair. It's not justice. It's not equality. It's not right. It should be everybody get along. Everybody, you know, can be who they are, like, without being judged about because I'm dark skinned or I'm brown skinned or I'm white. If I'm white, I'm perfect. Or if I'm light skinned black person, I'm better than you because you're brown skinned. Or if I'm a Chinese person, I'm smarter than you because you're white. Or I'm Jewish and you're black and you're beneath me. I mean, that stems all the way back from slavery days. It's a new day and age. This is the 20th century. It's not 1912 anymore. It's 2015. We are almost hitting 2016, and it has to be a change. It really does, because it's a shame, because our kids are going to grow up and they're going to have to take care of us in our nursing homes, and they're going to have to be our future lawyers, doctors, practitioners, everything like that. They're going to be the future of tomorrow. So if we teach them the wrong way, then how can we expect to have a nation that is full of unity? Because if we don't have unity, this world and this nation will never become free of racism, of hatred. It will never be. And that's not what we want. And I'm a person that strives for greatness, whatever it may be, in equality, in my appearance, in my job, in my family, And that's the way it should be for Americans. It shouldn't be all this hatred in Baltimore, in Ferguson, in Detroit, in Mississippi, or wherever you may live, and you seeing a lot of killing. It starts with you. Like, if you make a change in your city, in your country, then you make the world change. And even if you feel like, and even if you're that person that's a little bit prejudiced or a little bit racist, you can change that. You don't have to be that way. I know you may have encountered something from a black person or from a white person that make you say, I don't like white people, or I don't like black people. But you can't let one person make up your mind to say, oh, I don't like that whole race. That whole culture is just messed up. I don't like it. You have to change your mindset, because not all black people are bad. Not all white people are bad. Not all Hispanics, not all Chinese, not all Indians are bad. We're not all bad people. There are a lot of bad people that kill, that steal, that rob, and everything like that. But those are people that need to get themselves together. And they need guidance, or they need, to be locked up if they're committing crimes or whatever, and they can't run the streets freely. But that doesn't mean to disown another race because you feel like one person is bad. I don't feel like that should be the case with any race or with anybody. But I can't tell you how to feel, and I can't force my views on you. You have your own viewpoint, and I have mine. But yes, and I just think that if we work together as a nation, in a community, in a city, and as one, as Americans, that we can change this nation for the better, and we don't have all this hatred, crime, killing sprees, rioting for no reason. You rioting for something, a good cause, but then you're stealing from a business that you need in that community. It's ignorance, and you might be hurt about something that happened, but that's not the way to resolve it. You have to be smarter. You have to live in this community. You can't tear it down because of one bad decision someone made. And it's unfortunate that somebody had to lose their life, and many people have to lose their lives, but you cannot have hatred rub off on the whole community. It's not going to go well in the end anyways. Come together as a people, as a whole, black, Chinese, white, Hispanic, Asians, whoever, and let's make a change in our lives. Come on, let's do it today. And even if you don't want to, I pray for you. Those people that still find it in their hearts to hate, it's okay, because God sees all. And in the end, the people that really tried to make peace will have peace. And that's all I want to say. I hope I did not offend anyone. And if I did, I'm sorry. These are my viewpoints. So this is Cute Little Voice. I hope you have a blessed and prosperous year. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.